If you're over 75, there's a quiet risk that rarely appears on lab reports. It doesn't flash like pain. It doesn't shout like an injury. Instead, it whispers, a slight wobble when you turn too quickly, a small misstep on a familiar rug, that subtle moment when your hand reaches for the counter before your mind fully understands why. These tiny signals often pass unnoticed. Yet they can be the body's early warning system. Here's what surprises many older adults. You can walk every day, hit your step goals, stay active, and still lose the precise type of strength that protects you when something unexpected happens. Walking is excellent for your heart, your lungs, even your mood, but it does very little for the fast response systems that catch you when you trip, slip, or lose balance. Real life shows this clearly. Someone may walk 2 miles with ease, yet struggle to stand up from a chair without pushing off with their hands. They may enjoy long strolls but feel uncertain, stepping off a curb or turning in a tight kitchen space. The belief is understandable. I move a lot. I must be fine. Meanwhile, the body is quietly negotiating with gravity every single day. And after 75, those margins for error grow smaller. This is why many rehabilitation and mobility specialists emphasize something most people never intentionally train: balance, power, and controlled strength. Research, supported by institutions like the NIH, has shown that resistant-type training in older adults can significantly improve muscle strength and physical function, qualities directly tied to independence. And independence is the true goal, isn't it? Not a perfect smartwatch number, not a streak of daily steps, but the ability to stand up confidently, carry groceries, steady yourself, recover from a stumble, and continue living life on your own terms. Today, we're focusing on exactly that. I'm going to walk you through 5 simple yet powerful exercises designed specifically for adults over 75. The entire routine takes less than 15 minutes a day. These movements target the systems that walking alone often leaves behind. One of these exercises may look almost too easy to matter, yet many people notice improved steadiness within just a few weeks. Another is so gentle that even those with stiffness or joint discomfort often tolerate it comfortably, while it quietly trains the rapid stabilizing force your body needs to prevent a fall. Before we begin, take a moment to reflect. How old are you today? And what was one recent moment when you didn't feel quite as steady as you used to? Maybe turning too fast? Maybe getting out of a chair? Maybe stepping off a curb? Awareness is the first step toward improvement. If you find this routine helpful, consider liking the video, sharing it with someone who could benefit, and subscribing for more strategies designed to support strength, balance, and confidence in later years. Let's begin. Exercise 1. Heel-to-toe. Walk in, heel-to-toe. Walking sounds simple because it is simple. But simple does not mean ineffective. This movement directly challenges one of the most delicate systems affected by aging: balance under control. When we're younger, balance operates automatically. The brain, inner ear, eyes, hips, ankles, and feet communicate instantly. Adjustments happen before we're even aware of them. With age, this communication can slow. The ankles stiffen. Sensory feedback from the feet becomes less precise. The brain hesitates, sometimes only for a fraction of a second, but long enough to matter. Heel to toe, walking gently, retrains this system from a physiological perspective. Exercises like this stimulate proprioception, your body's internal awareness of position and movement. Studies frequently referenced in aging research show that targeted balance training can improve gait stability and reduce fall risk in older adults. Here's how to perform it safely. Stand near a wall, countertop, or sturdy chair, something you can lightly touch if needed. Look straight ahead rather than down at your feet. Place the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other, as if walking along a narrow line. Pause briefly with each step. Move slowly and deliberately. Start with 5 to 10 steps. If you feel slightly unsteady, that's not failure, that's feedback. It means the exercise is engaging the systems it's meant to challenge. Common mistakes include moving too quickly, which turns the exercise into normal walking, and staring down at the feet, which reduces the balance system's ability to work independently of vision. Think of this movement as recalibrating your body's internal GPS. Many older adults report something interesting after consistent practice. Not just better balance, but better posture. Less reaching for furniture. A subtle return of confidence in narrow or crowded spaces. If necessary, keep one finger lightly touching the wall. As your stability improves, gradually reduce support. This exercise takes less than 2 minutes and can be done once or twice daily. Next, we shift toward one of the most critical abilities for maintaining independence after 75. Standing up smoothly under your own power. Exercise 2. Chair squats. Chair squats sit at the center of daily function. They mirror one of the most repeated movements in life. Sitting down and standing up. This action affects nearly everything. Getting out of bed. Right. Next, we introduce a strengthening exercise that requires no weights and minimal joint stress. Exercise 4. Isometric wall push. Isometric exercises build strength without visible movement, making them suitable for older adults. Stand facing a wall. Place palms flat at chest height. Step feet slightly back. Press gently into the wall as if trying to move it. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds. Breathe normally. Relax. This builds upper body and core stability essential for pushing, bracing, and steadying. Finally, we arrive at one of the most powerful balance drills of all. Exercise 5. Single leg stance. Single leg stance may look almost too basic, yet it is one of the most revealing and powerful balance exercises for older adults. The ability to stand on one leg for even a short period has been closely linked to stability, mobility, and fall risk. Every step you take while walking technically places you on one leg, but walking moves quickly. When you pause, stabilize, and hold that single leg position, your brain, hips, ankles, and core must communicate with precision. After 75, many falls don't occur during steady forward walking. They happened while turning, reaching, stepping sideways, or standing still. That's exactly what single leg stance prepares you for. Here's how to practice safely. Stand beside a wall, counter, or sturdy chair. Place one hand lightly on the support. Shift your weight onto one foot. Slowly lift the other foot just an inch or two off the ground. Keep your posture tall, eyes forward. Shoulders relax. Hold for 10 to 20 seconds. Then, gently lower your foot and switch sides. Breathe normally. If you feel tension building in your face or shoulders, reset. This exercise should challenge you without creating fear. Common mistakes include locking the standing knee, gripping the toes tightly, or attempting to balance without support too early. A slightly bent knee and light support create a far more effective training environment with consistent practice. Older adults often notice subtle but meaningful improvements. Standing while dressing feels easier. Stepping into the shower feels more controlled. Turning while carrying something feels less uncertain. Even small gains matter. Bringing it all together. Now let's pause and look at the full picture. These 5 exercises are not random movements. Together, they form a coordinated system designed to support independence later in life. Heel to toe. Walking sharpens balance and reconnects your body's internal awareness. It trains coordination between your feet, ankles, and nervous system. Chair squats rebuild the strength required to rise under your own control. Strong legs are the foundation of daily function. Standing hip circles restore mobility and responsiveness in the hips, the body's central stabilizers. Isometric wall push strengthens the upper body and core without strain, supporting real-life pushing and bracing actions. Single leg stance integrates balance, strength, posture, and focus into one deeply functional skill. When practiced consistently, these movements do something powerful. They don't just exercise your body. They retrain it. They remind your muscles, joints, and nervous system, how to work together smoothly. Many older adults describe the result not simply as feeling stronger, but feeling more secure, more stable, more confident. You may begin to notice that you stand taller, move with less hesitation, feel calmer during transitions like turning, stepping, or rising. This is how independence is preserved, not through extreme effort, but through targeted, intelligent movement. What to expect? Progress after 75 is not only possible, it is common. The body remains remarkably adaptable. Muscles can strengthen. Balance can improve. Coordination can sharpen. What matters most is consistency and patience. You don't need long workouts. You don't need complicated equipment. You need regular signals that tell your body, stay capable, stay responsive, stay strong. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can produce meaningful changes over time. A gentle reminder: if any movement causes pain, reduce the range, slow down, or consult a qualified professional. These exercises should feel safe, controlled, and manageable. Your goal is not exhaustion. Your goal is stability. Consistency is where real transformation begins. Not intensity, not perfection, just steady, repeated practice. The human body, even after 75, is remarkably responsive when given the right signals. Muscles strengthen, nerves adapt, balance improves, confidence returns. But none of that happens from a single workout or a burst of motivation. It happens quietly, day by day. Many seniors underestimate how small daily efforts accumulate. 2 minutes of heel-to-toe walking, a handful of chair squats, gentle hip circles, a few wall pushes, short single leg holds. Each session may feel almost insignificant in the moment. Yet over weeks, these tiny deposits build something powerful: resilience. Think of it like maintaining eyesight. You don't wait until vision is completely gone. You support it regularly. Strength and balance work the same way. They are living systems that respond to use and gradually decline with neglect. One of the most profound changes older adults report is not physical, but psychological. They begin to trust their bodies again. They stop bracing before every step on uneven ground. They stop scanning rooms for something to grab. They stop hesitating before standing up. That restored sense of safety changes how a person moves through life. And movement, in turn, feeds strength, circulation, posture, and even mood. The cycle reverses itself. Fear of falling often creates a hidden downward spiral. A person feels unsteady, so they move less. Moving less leads to weakness. Weakness increases instability. Instability reinforces fear. Over time, the world feels smaller. Targeted exercises interrupt that spiral, not by pushing the body to extremes, but by retraining the systems that quietly protect you every day. Stabilizers, reflexes, coordination, controlled strength. It's important to understand something reassuring. Feeling shaky during these exercises does not mean you are failing. It often means dormant systems are being reawakened. Balance improves through challenge, not avoidance. Start where you are. If heel-to-toe walking feels unstable, use the wall. If chair squats require your hands, use them. If single leg stance lasts only 3 seconds, that's your starting point. Progress in later life is rarely dramatic. It's subtle, but subtle improvements are exactly what rebuild independence. Standing up becomes smoother. Turning becomes calmer. Walking feels more deliberate and less cautious. And then one day, you notice something surprising. You didn't think about balance at all. That is the real success. Another benefit often overlooked is joint protection. Stronger muscles act like shock absorbers for the knees, hips, and spine. Improved balance reduces sudden, awkward movements. Controlled strength reduces strain during daily tasks like lifting, reaching, and bending. This is not just fall prevention. It is movement preservation. It is the ability to continue living fully inside your own body. You don't need to chase youth. You don't need to compete with anyone. You only need to maintain and improve function. Because function is freedom. Freedom to walk without fear. Freedom to rise without struggle. Freedom to move without constant negotiation with gravity. If you're watching this and thinking, I wish I had started years ago, remember this. The body responds at any age. Research and real-world experience both show that improvements in strength and balance can occur well into the 70s, 80s, and beyond. The best time to start may have been earlier. The second best time is today. Choose consistency over intensity. Choose patience over frustration. Choose progress over perfection. Even on low energy days, doing a shortened version of the routine keeps the signal alive. The body listens to patterns more than effort. Before we close, take a moment to reflect. Which movement felt the most difficult? Which one made you realize, I didn't know this needed work? Share your experience. Awareness helps others recognize they are not alone in these challenges. If this routine felt helpful, consider making it part of your daily rhythm, like brushing your teeth, like taking a walk, a small investment that protects something invaluable, your independence. Growing older does not automatically mean growing fragile. Yes, the body changes. Muscles naturally shrink. Reaction times slow. Joints stiffen. Balance becomes less automatic. But decline is not driven by age alone. It is driven by what the body stops being asked to do. And that is the empowering truth. Because what can weaken through disuse can also strengthen through practice. The goal after 75 is not to train harder. It is to train smarter. Not longer workouts, but more targeted ones. Not exhaustion, but precision. Not punishment, but preparation. The 5 exercises you've seen today are simple by design. They do not require equipment, special clothing, or a gym membership. Yet, they directly train the systems that protect independence. Staying steady when direction changes. Rising confidently from a chair. Moving the hips with control. Generating strength without joint strain. Stabilizing the body on one leg. These are not fitness skills. They are life skills. They determine how safely you move through your home. How confidently you navigate stairs and curbs. How independently you live day to day. When practiced consistently, these movements create something far more valuable than strength alone. They create trust. Trust in your balance. Trust in your legs. Trust in your ability to recover from small disturbances instead of fearing them. And when trust returns, something else follows naturally. Freedom. Freedom to walk without constant caution. Freedom to stand without hesitation. Freedom to move without that quiet background fear of falling. Remember, progress at this stage of life is rarely loud or dramatic. It is subtle. A smoother rise from a chair, a steadier turn, a calmer step. But those subtle changes are exactly what preserve quality of life. You are not trying to become someone younger. You are protecting and strengthening the body you live in now. If you take one message from this video, let it be this. Small daily actions performed consistently can meaningfully improve stability, strength, and confidence at any age. Start gently. Stay consistent. Celebrate small improvements. They are not small at all. If this video helped you, consider liking it, sharing it with someone who could benefit, and subscribing for more strategies designed to support strength, balance, and independence in later years. And most importantly, keep moving. Keep challenging your balance. Keep reminding your body that it is still needed, still capable, still adaptable, because strength has no expiration dates.